Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. So, we are doing the tarot astrology for this week. Better late than never. I'm a little behind, so we're catching back up. Hello, everyone who's joining us on TikTok. Hello, everyone who's joining us on YouTube. I hope all of you are having a beautiful day. Thank you to everyone who joined me this morning on TikTok. We had a really nice morning, as we often do, and I'm so excited to give you guys the readings for this week. So, as you may know, what I typically do is I'm going to be doing all of the signs, and we are going to get started, obviously, with the one that everyone starts to tell me in the comments. So, we'll definitely give it a couple minutes just to get people in the room. Hi, everybody joining us. I hope you're all doing well today. I've had a very busy day, and we're already getting started, so I'm not going to delay because you know what? These typically go quite long, so we're going to get started really fast. So I saw the first one coming through, and you know what? The first one I saw coming through is actually one that I don't think we've started with for maybe ever, so we're going to do that one first. I'm also going to use this time to announce something special that I'll be doing during this particular reading. And that is, I am now offering a new subscription special to anyone who follows me on TikTok. If you subscribe to my TikTok, I will be doing at the end of this a drawing for a free 15-minute reading from me. I will pull from the audience that I have in the subscriptions. So if you've thought about subscribing to my channel, I highly recommend that you do so during this live, and I will notify the winner of the 15-minute reading after we conclude. So, and that is something that I think I'm going to be doing moving forward. And just to remind everyone, because I know subscriptions are new, but following is not a subscription. So you have to specifically subscribe to the channel, to my TikTok, and that will get you into the drawing for this week's free reading. That said, why don't we get started? So the first card, the first sign that came up in my comments, and hello to everyone joining, is going to be Gemini. So Gemini, what do we have coming up for you this week? Can I please have 3 cards for Gemini? Oh my gosh, here they are. And they are all transverse, which is very interesting. So Gemini, what I'm seeing coming through for you this week is, and this is interesting because it has a lot to do with some of the cards I've been pulling in the daily reads. We're seeing for Gemini specifically, there's a lot of decisions hanging in the air around specifically the offers or the lack of offers that Gemini is feeling are in their general area. I'm saying this because the first card we pulled for Gemini is the Page of Pentacles transverse. This basically says that Gemini feels that there's an offer in their life that they've been waiting on, and they're just at a point now where it almost feels like Gemini has reached a point with this where even if the offer came through at this point, they're not sure if they would actually take it. This is probably due to the fact that something about this offer was delayed, or it's the manner in which it's coming. I'm getting a very strong sense of time here, because what I think we're really seeing is the fact that, Gemini has been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this offer for so long that now it's almost the waiting has to be kind of included in the offer, if you understand what I mean. And this is relating to the fact that you are very sensitive right now, Geminis, as to what is meant for you and when it is supposed to come. There's something very heavy around the divine timing aspect of things right now for Gemini. And there's a sense right now around these offers that they have or have not been waiting on that makes Gemini wonder if the ship has kind of sailed on it and if it's even worth it at this point. I'm really getting a sense here that, and it's almost like now that that there's signs that this offer is finally coming in, Gemini is still like, I don't even know if, like, this is something you wanted a month ago. This is something you wanted 3 months ago. It's a very much, it's giving a lot of too little, too late energy, Geminis. Geminis, if you're in the room, tap, comment, let me know that this is reaching you. Share this with your other Geminis if you know that they need to hear this too. And this is important right now because I think what's really happening is you're starting to realize that this offer or the lack of offer or the offer finally coming in is really getting to the point where it's helping you understand what it is you really want. I want you to focus on that right now. As frustrating as this scenario is, I want you to think about the fact that this, you may have been putting too much weight on the offer. You may have been putting too much of your future beliefs or possibilities into this offer coming through. And this is the moment where you yourself are starting to pull back on this and ask yourself, what do I want? And what do I want not just for myself, but the reason this is such an important time for Geminis right now is because it's making them reconsider everything around partnership and relationships right now. This is the defining moment for the Geminis, because for the Geminis right now, what we're really seeing is the fact that they're absolutely not sure. They're absolutely not sure if the offer that's coming through right now is one that they want to move on, because, as I said, due to the time, due to the manner, due to how long they've been waiting, due to where they find themselves now, they're no longer sure if this is the type of partnership that you want, Gemini. And this is what you're battling right now. You're really asking yourself, does this meet my higher goals? Does this go to my higher purpose? Or has this person kind of proven to me who they are by their wishy-washiness in coming forward with this offer? Thank you guys so much for the follows. So this is where we find you, Gemini. Big decisions hanging in the airs for Gemini right now. And it's going to feel very frustrating for the Geminis. I feel like this week is one where there's a lot of a holding pattern vibe coming through. And this is going to make you feel kind of batty. It's going to make, I'm going to be completely honest, it's going to make you feel batty. But you can get through this. And we're going to get bottom of the deck on this. Queen of Wands reverse. So something about this right now, Gemini, and this is going to hit a little differently depending on how you connect to feminine energy, bearing in mind that that's not based on gender, but what you feel most drawn to. If you are someone who aligns more to female energy, the reason you're struggling with this offer or this lack of offer, and even asking yourself what you would do if the offer came at this point, is because something about this situation has made you feel incredibly disempowered. It's making you feel like you can't get the things accomplished that you want, or worse, that you're not being seen or viewed in the way that you would prefer to be seen or viewed in partnership. If you are a masculine energy who connects to Gemini, then this is potentially representing the feminine force around you right now. And this could indicate the fact that you feel that that feminine force, and this is why you're uncertain, is causing some disruption point. That the reason that this offer is so questionable now is because you are not sure you can trust the person who's bringing it into you to even come through on it, or to be able to do the things that they say they will do. So this, again, Geminis, I know this is going to be a frustrating week for you, but I want you to remember the guidance I have really for Geminis here is you need to follow your path on this. You need to allow yourself to move forward in a place where you're making determinations for yourself. And I almost feel with the Geminis that if they ease up on this right now, they're going to get the clarity that they need. So that's what we have for Geminis. Geminis, I hope the ones who came in, I'm seeing some confirmations. Definitely tap that screen if this was your message. We are going to continue with the rest of the signs. Hello, everyone joining here on TikTok. Hello, everyone joining on YouTube. I'm the Grace Strega, and we are doing the tarot astrology for the week, all signs. We just did Gemini. I will use this time to also point out that I am offering a special on TikTok right now. Anyone who becomes a subscriber during the live, I'm actually going to, at the end of the live, go on and select one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading. And you can go to just, and keeping in mind that that's not follows, that's for actual subscribers. So if you were thinking about subscribing to me on TikTok, now would definitely be a great opportunity to do so. We are going to continue with the readings. So hello everyone who is joining. Hello everyone for the likes and the shares and the follows. Next up, you guys, you let me know in those comments. You let me know right now, who should we do next? I see Capricorn. Capricorn is going to be next. So I'm kind of liking this. I'm feeling like the ones that usually go last are coming first today. I'm totally okay with this energy. All right, Capricorns. What do we have for Capricorns right now? Oop, there's the first one. Second one, can I please get another card for Capricorn, please? Oof. Can I please get another card for Capricorn right now? Please, one more card for Capricorn. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Capricorns, what am I seeing right now for you? Capricorns, you might be feeling a little bit of disarray right now, particularly as it relates to your home. Again, it's going to hit a little different depending on whether you connect to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that's not based on gender, but what you feel aligned to. Mostly because there is this Queen of Pentacles reversed energy around you right now, which is making you feel exhausted. It's making you feel drained. It's making you feel that there is a general sense of disarray, particularly around the house and the home. This can also reflect a concern around finances and maybe even too much obsessiveness around the material possessions. You know, while it's always good to like keep things good around your material possessions, sometimes when we over fixate on them, that can be just as bad as not fixating at all. And we're kind of seeing that here with this Capricorn energy. Now, if you're more of a masculine inclined Capricorn, this could actually represent feeling like there is a feminine in your life that is not really meeting your Capricorn expectations of what you typically would like around the house or the home or finances, which again, if you're a Capricorn, that's going to be a big issue. So that's something to keep in mind there. Thank you guys so much for the gifts and the roses. Now, around this situation, we have two cards that came up hidden, and we're going to reveal those now. The first one is the Seven of Cups reverse. And we actually like this around this situation. And this could also indicate why the Capricorns are feeling this anxiety right now. I feel like the Capricorns are narrowing down their options as it relates to what is going to make them happy at the moment. We did see, and one of the things we've seen in the Capricorn messages is the fact that the Capricorns kind of made a decision. This translates so well with the previous messages we received for Capricorn. If you guys recall, a few weeks ago, we saw the fact that Capricorns had made some kind of decision and had doubled down on something. And we saw the fact that that meant that they realized that they were going to start to have to do a lot more work as it relates to that particular thing. Now, this here is exactly what we mean. This hyperfixation is specifically coming because Capricorn feels like they made a choice here. They let go of other decisions. And so now we're starting to see a bit more of that hyper anxiety focus on the decision that the Capricorns move forward on. Now, bearing this in mind, you know, we can see that hyper focus is taking one of two forms, which is, again, the feminine Capricorns either fixating too much on those material things, on those material offers, maybe looking at things and not being satisfied with what they see, or the masculines looking at a feminine that they've chosen and not being satisfied with how practical they are and feeling like there is a bit of ungroundedness there that needs to be worked through. Bearing in mind too, Capricorn, this is all because the Capricorns are extremely focused on building a strong foundation right now based on that decision that they made just a couple weeks ago. This is at the forefront right now for you, Capricorn. This is what you're trying to do. Tap that screen if this is connecting. The reason you're telling yourself, the reason you're being so hyper-focused is because you're trying to build something really strong right now. And this is what we see right now happening that needs to be corrected. So one of the things sorry about that. We had a quick pause occur. So as I was saying, so one of the things that we want to pay attention to right now is the fact that for Capricorns, it's this foundation right now that is a forefront. And as a result, you can see the fact that this is potentially causing the Capricorns to scrutinize things maybe more than they ought to. I mean, for the Capricorns, I know the Capricorns are thinking, no, I'm scrutinizing them just enough. But you have to be careful, Capricorn, that you're not getting into this place where you're like anything that you white glove too well is going to come up with a mote of dust. So that's something that you should just keep in mind as you go forward on this. Bottom of the deck on this is Knight of Cups reversed. And I feel that this is, you know, this is making you question the options that you took. Don't let that do that. Don't, one of the things I'll point out, Capricorn, is you made the decision that you made for a reason in terms of last week. And I feel like there's something around this that some of this does have to do with an anxiety about the choice you made. Don't get too caught in self-doubt. Okay, remember that you are incredibly good at thinking of the most practical solutions for things. And no opportunity is closed to you because of the choices that you made. That, I also feel that this can represent feeling like you're not getting the appreciation that you deserve in the situations you find yourself in. And this could also be an issue right now. So make sure that you're understanding what's actually at the heart of the nitpicking and not accidentally like using an external issue to feel validated against something that you might have a hard time talking about. I hope that helps, Capricorn. That's your reading. So thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. Thank you guys so much for everyone who is following me. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Hello to everybody on TikTok. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Just a reminder, because I know people are going to start saying it, if you've missed your sign, never fear, because I am streaming this on YouTube right now, and it will be available for you to see after the reading. So you can just go there and find your sign. I will also bring up the fact that don't worry, again, Kay, I see that you're asking you how to copy. You will be able to go to my YouTube when this is over and you can watch it at your leisure. And again, just bringing in mind the special offer that I'm doing during this live. Anyone who chooses to subscribe to my TikTok during this live, at the conclusion of this live, I will be doing a drawing and choosing someone from my subscriber list to get a free 15-minute private reading with me. So you can just go to my TikTok while this is occurring and hit that subscribe button, and we will see who gets that. So thank you guys so much for the likes and the follows. All right, guys, so far we have done Gemini, we have done Capricorn, and the next one that we are going to do is, and thank you for subscribing, Gemini. So happy to have you. Okay, so the next person that we are doing, we've done Gemini and Capricorn. The next one we are doing right now is Taurus. All right, hello, Taurus. So Taurus, if you are a Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and you are in the room, tap that screen. If you know a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, share this out to them so they don't miss their reading. So what do we have for coming in for Taurus this week? Oh, okay, that's interesting. So what else do we have for Taurus? We've got, I'm going to read them like this because that's what I think I'm seeing. All right, so what I'm really seeing here with Taurus is Taurus, again, much like the Capricorn energy, Taurus is circling in on their options. I feel like there was a moment Taurus was exploring new opportunities, and that time has passed. Taurus, it has gone. That you are coming around on something and you have decided no longer are you going to explore other opportunities. There's something that you have decided upon and you are staying firm with what you are going to do. A lot of this is in relation, and this is interesting because, again, this is going to hit a little bit differently. I feel like there are opportunities and offers that are being pulled back from you right now, that you're feeling like there are places in your life where doors are closing effectively. opportunities are kind of going away. And this is causing you, and this is actually the pain point, right? Because this is, to me, is not reading as something that was potentially a desired outcome. And I also feel for the Taurus right now that it's also an understanding that some of these opportunities that are going away from you is also because you were not necessarily as emotionally available as you may have been, could have been around these circumstances. And this is kind of this moment right now where I think there is a bit of a lesson happening, because it's not necessarily that you didn't want to explore these options, but it's also this energy right now where you kind of realize that your own inability to give that emotional support may also be a factor in these windows kind of closing for you. And this is very painful. I need to stress this right now for the Taurus, if you're going through this, because really we have this sense of anguish around this idea and this feeling that you're being kind of forced to leave something and you don't want to go, but you also don't know how to fix it. And we do kind of have this movement into calmer waters, but also carrying a lot of sadness around it as well. Bottom of the deck for this right now is Taurus. You have to ask yourself, did you find yourself in this position because you couldn't make up your mind on something? Because this is what we really see right now. We see the fact that for a lot of Taurus, it's understanding that it was the inability to make up your mind on something that has really caused some of the issues you're now feeling about these lost opportunities and this coming kind of to a certain decision on something. There's something really important here to consider here on that, because I feel that you do recognize that it was this looking outwards at these new opportunities that's kind of caused some of these doors to close. So again, not the easiest week for Taurus, but I also think that this is going to be a week of a lot of insight for Taurus in terms of what they actually want, because that's what we really see there. We see that something about this has actually made the Taurus realize even more so what they actually want, and potentially moving away from the things that they don't want. So, okay. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the Taurus who are in the room. That is your reading. Hello to everyone who has joined us. Hello to all of my new followers. Hello to everyone on YouTube. Hello to everyone on TikTok. So we are doing all of the signs today. So far, I'm going to tell you guys which ones we've done, but I will also bring up that I'm offering a very special today, which is anyone who becomes a subscriber to my TikTok at the conclusion of this show, at the conclusion of this live, I will be pulling one of my subscribers, will be getting a free 15-minute reading. I will notify you at the close of the live, but you have to be a subscriber. And I will point out that that is not a follower. It's a new feature on TikTok. So if you subscribe, you will get to do that. You'll also get a discount on all of my services if you become a subscriber as well. Thank you guys so much for the follows. So I am now going to tell you which signs we've done so far. Never fear if we've already done your sign, because I'm streaming it all on YouTube right now, and it'll all be up for your viewing pleasure once we finish this up. So no worries there. So I am going to tell you guys the ones that we've done so far. And if I have not said your sign, now is the time to say it. So far we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, and the next one we're going to do is Virgo. Thank you guys so much. You can become a subscriber on my TikTok by going to my page. You'll see the subscribe button. Should be available there. All right, so what do we have in store? Virgos, if you are here, start tapping that screen to claim Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. If you know a Virgo, make sure to share this with them so that they don't miss their reading. So, what do we have here for Virgos coming up this week? What do we have for Virgos? Can I see Virgo, please? Can I see Virgo? All right, I'm okay with that. I think that's great. Oh, and I love all these hearts I'm seeing. I love all those taps. Why don't we see it here? So, what else do we have for Virgo coming up this week? What else do we have for Virgo? What else do? Oof, guys, not a bad week for Virgo. I'm very happy for the Virgos right now. Can I see what else is coming up for Virgo right now? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, that took a turn. Okay, Virgos. So what I'm seeing here for you is I feel like there is there's something positive coming into your life right now, and it's actually with individuals. Now, again, this is going to hit a little different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that that's not based on gender, but what you feel most drawn to. There is a masculine force right now in the Virgo's life that is offering some deep emotional whole space to be held. This could be an offer, this could be an opportunity. This could also just be a masculine who is very in touch with their own emotionality and Virgo is finding this incredibly helpful right now because it's giving them some place that they can feel connected. And this is what's allowing Virgo right now to be in a very, very positive headspace. We're seeing that here with the sun. So there's something about this connection to this masculine, this emotional, a positively emotional masculine energy that's putting Virgo right now in a very positive headspace. If you are a masculine inclined Virgo, this could be you. This could be you being in a space this week where you are feeling very much in tune with your emotional side. And this is making it very easy for you to feel positive because you're able to connect with people, you're able to express yourself. And this is allowing for a lot of breakthroughs to happen, particularly as it has to do with your own emotional state. Now, there is a little bit of a fear here that we have to be a little cautious of, and that is some devil energy that is coming up around this. Now you have to ask yourself, you're like, well, that's strange. Why is there someone who seems like they're in really good emotional balance and it's putting them in a positive space? Well, my thing for you right now, right, Virgos, is just considering the fact that I want you to be careful of your vices right now. I think that one of the things that's happening right now is that for some Virgos, they may realize that there is some vice in their life. This could be a relationship. This could be, a bad habit. This could be anything that you have, like something that you rely upon too much in the material world. It may be making you feel kind of enslaved to it, if you will. And it's not a toxic, healthy thing. And that's where I also think that this energy around you is helping in a positive way, because I feel that this is almost a place that's allowing you an alternative way of dealing with some issues as opposed to this. But we also want to make sure, because I will point out, cups energy is one that sometimes can be a bit overindulgent. So just make sure that you don't kind of spoil your own mood right now by overindulging in things that make you feel comfortable. That's really the sign that I'm seeing here for Virgos, because while things are doing well right now, we don't want to see you accidentally tip off and kind of go into this more negative area or energy. Now, bottom of the deck for Virgos right now around this is, and this is the thing. Okay, Virgos, your bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. And what this really says to us right now is the fact that for a lot of the Virgos, and again, especially with this devil energy coming up, and also with these new opportunities with this emotional masculine energy around you, now is the time to walk away from certain things. Now is the time to walk away from certain things that aren't serving you. And I know how difficult that can be, but this might be a very good opportunity for you to walk away from those things that are holding you back, be it a relationship, be it a connection to something that is less than positive in your life. And this is very difficult because it does feel like it would be a very hard thing to let go of. But I think you're also seeing now what kind of opportunities are potentially around you if you're finally willing to kind of walk away from this kind of negative connection. I hope that helps, Virgo. So thank you guys so much to everybody for the likes and the shares and the follows. Thank you guys to everybody who's on YouTube, and thank you to everybody on TikTok. So we are doing all of the signs today, and I'm going to tell you guys which ones we've done. Keep in mind, if you've missed yours, never fear. I am currently streaming this live on YouTube, and I will have it available to watch once we're concluded. I will also point out that I'm offering a special, and that special right now is anyone who subscribes to my TikTok channel during this live, and yes, bearing in mind that subscription is different than a follow, you will be enrolled. You will be entered into a raffle at the end of this for a free 15-minute reading with me. Those were one of my private readings. So it's a great opportunity to jump in and become a subscriber if you've been considering it. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to tell you guys which signs we've done so far. And if I haven't done your sign, just let me know and we will do it next. So, all right, guys, so far we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the next sign we're going to do is Aries. All right, Aries, if you are in the house, let me know. I am an Aries rising. Let me know. Tap that screen, claim it in the comments, or share this with somebody you know who is an Aries. All right, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Now is your time to be here. Here we go. Tap that screen. Let's get you some cards. All right. Oof. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Aries, bit of a rough week for you this week. But it's rough, but it's not rough. Very similar energy to what we saw today in the daily reading. One of the things with Aries right now is I feel like there's some relationships in Aries life that are coming to a conclusion, especially around partnerships. This could be some sort of partnership that's ending around the Aries, and this can be very difficult for Aries right now. This is not the easiest energy. This is a big loss for the Aries, this feeling of this connection that is either not in a good place or being completely broken. Why is that the case? But I need to point this out to the Aries. This is the most important thing about this connection breaking. Aries, you got to remember this because I know that this is pretty devastating for you. But thank you so much for the share, Josie. One of the things you have to keep in mind right now, Aries, is it's not just that this connection is breaking. There is a very, very, very specific reason for this connection breaking. And that is because there is something about this connection that makes you feel like you are not seen or appreciated for your true authentic self. Aries, I want you to take this and stick it to your forehead for the rest of the week because I want you to remember this. This is why you're leaving this connection. This is why the connection is breaking. Because you feel like the person in the connection with you does not see or appreciate you to the degree that you want to be seen or appreciated in a partner. And this is huge for Aries. Aries needs to be able to be vulnerable and seen. And that is what's causing the Aries. So the Aries is, again, we're seeing Aries being sad right now about this. Like, this is big stuff. This is a big connection. This could even be friendship or even a job, something that was a deep partnership for the Aries right now. And I feel like the Aries are the ones who are the ones making this choice. Because really what we see here is the Aries going like, God, I'm sorry, but you don't appreciate me. You don't see me. You don't create a place where I feel celebrated or wanted or authentically seen. So what is the Aries doing? They're doing what Aries do. Start of the deck. They're off to better pastures. Aries are like, look, I didn't want to have to go. I didn't want to have to leave, but I'm not going to stay in a partnership if you're not going to appreciate or value me or see me the way that you want to be, that I should be seen, so hasta la vista, we're going away. And Aries, I feel like, again, this is very bittersweet for Aries right now. You're probably in this feeling where, again, you're mourning the loss of these connections, but you also understand that it does create new opportunities. It is allowing you these new places that you can go in your life. And more than anything, it is making it so that you hope to find a place where you'll feel more seen and more appreciated and truly wanted. So this is all very good energy. Again, bittersweet week this week, Aries, but overall a positive place to go. We like this for Aries. Bottom of the deck on this, 10 of Pentacles reversed. So one of the things that is kind of an issue with Aries right now is, I feel like the anxiety that Aries is having right now is less on departing from these connections that are not serving them and more the landscape that they find themselves in. I feel like Aries realizes, they're like, I hate to leave. I didn't want to have to leave under these circumstances, because they feel like life is completely upside down right now. Who would want to kind of go look for new opportunities in the midst of there being so much chaos? But yet here Aries finds themselves. Aries really does feel right now like the world is upside down, that things are not necessarily, that there are some things in the Aries life right now that are so chaotic that they can't fix. And, that definitely might be coming into play as well with some of the decisions Aries is making too. One thing to keep in mind right now, Aries, I want to make sure that we want to make sure that you're not just running away for the sake of running away, because an Aries is never going to say that they're running away. They're going to be like, I got to go off to greener pastures. I got to go do new things. But some of it might be this anxiety that's happening overall with their lives around the world in general. So just keep that in mind, Aries, because running off to new things so quickly might not help with the feeling of overall craziness. And I also want to say to Aries, I want you to slow down a little bit around this too, because this really could make us see that there's a much higher anxiety happening right now with Aries as it relates to the world around them. And that's a place where whenever we see this kind of energy, we want the Aries to slow down to ground, to get out of that anxious space. I hope that helps, Aries. So absolutely let me know if you're an Aries and that connects with you. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Yeah, I feel the anxiety too, guys. I'm an Aries rising. The anxiety right now, if you're an Aries, is definitely real. But I also can embrace that Fool energy. We like that Fool energy. I feel like there's a deep affiliation with Aries and the Fool energy, them being, for me, I feel like different people connect different cards with astrology, but for me, Aries is always connects to the Fool because it's the first zodiac sign. The Fool is the first major arcana. So thank you, Aries. Again, if you are joining us, we are doing all of the signs. Hello, welcome. I'm going to read off the ones that we've done so far. Just do not worry if I've already done your sign, because I am streaming this live on YouTube as we speak, and it will be available for your viewing pleasure once we're finished. I will also just point out now, I am offering a special for my TikTok audience right now. Anyone who becomes a subscriber during this live, once we conclude the live, I will go into my subscriber list and I will pull one subscriber to get a free 15-minute reading from me. Keeping in mind that subscription is not follows, subscription's different. So I just need to warn people, because I've had people say but I followed you, and I'm like, it's not a subscription. So subscription's a new feature that I have availability for on TikTok. So it's just a way for me to give back to my subscriber pool. Okay, guys, so far we have done, ready? Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, and the next person we are doing is, what sign are we doing, guys? Waiting for it? Where's those subscribers? Guys, what are you doing? I'm not seeing a name. I'm just seeing a lot of people joining. Leo's next. Leo's next. And you know what? We're okay with Leo. Leo's usually at the top of the list. You guys might remember last week I force Leo to be the last one because Leo somehow always ends up at the top. But you know what? 6 is perfect. 6 is perfect for Leo, right dead in the center. We like that. And I am a Leo sun, so I totally get it. So Leos, if you're here, if you're in the room, if you are a sun, moon, or rising Leo, tap that screen. Let me know you're here. If you know a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, share this with them. Let them get in on their reading. Do you know how upset your Leo friend will be if they find out that this went on and you didn't tell them? You know, Leos, you don't want that kind of energy. All right, guys, what do we got here? What do we have for our Leos? What do we have? Oh, right out the bat, we got 2 cards happening. Can I get one more card, please? Can I get one more card? One more card for Leo. Can I get one more card for Leo, sun, moon, and rising, please? One more card. Doesn't want to come out. There it is. Leos. What are you doing this week? Are you being a little nutty? I'm seeing a little bit of nutty energy here. But we love it. We love it. All right, Leos, tap that screen. Claim this reading. Here we go. So here's your reading, Leo. So more than anything right now, Leo, you're like creating this drama about something right now. You really are. You're creating this little drama right now. You're like setting the stage. You are feeling very, very trapped in something. You're feeling very, very trapped in something. And you're telling yourself, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, this is so awful. Oh, this is so awful. Someone please come save me. That's what the Leos are doing right now. They're going, woe is me. I'm a Leo. I'm allowed to say this, guys. I'm gonna drag the Leos through the dust on this because this is a rough reading. I'm allowed to. Leos get dragged more than anybody because I can say I can say that about us. So Leo, we got to accept the fact that you're kind of, look, do you really think there's any Leo on the world that could ever be in this position that didn't put themselves there? There's a little bit of self-created drama here, Leo. There is a lot of anxiety because, Leos, are you creating a scenario where you're trying to get someone to come save you? Is that what you're doing? Are you like tying yourself to a railroad track to see who comes and unties you? I just want to ask you if that's the case, because that's what we're seeing here very strongly. We're seeing a lot of like, oh, the thing is, Leo, you know exactly. You know what you're doing. You know you can free yourself from this situation. If it's that bad, you know you can free yourself. But I don't think you want to leave the situation. I think you're trying to generate a change in the situation by putting yourself in this place. I'm just putting that out there, okay? I hope the people laughing are Leos. You're allowed to laugh if you're a Leo. I mean, you're probably allowed to laugh if you're not. But the reason is because here's the thing. Leos need to feel wanted. Leos need to feel celebrated. Leos need there to be a bit of fanfare around them when it comes to their lives. I'm a Leo. I'm allowed to say that. We need this. This is what we need. We want someone to appreciate us when we are somewhere, right? And what's really happening is Leo feels like they're in a situation right now where it's like there are moments that they're anticipating and they're getting really excited about. But then when they arrive, they are unimpressed. Even more so than unimpressed, I'm going to say angry and annoyed that someone didn't put in more of an effort in terms of them showing up. And that's really, and that's really the thing right now with the Leos, which is why the Leos are now doing this, like, come help me thing. Because the Leos are not feeling like someone is putting enough effort or energy into seeing them. Like the Leos are the celebration point and being like, you wore that? This is what we're having tonight? This is how long I had to wait? There's very much this dissatisfaction right now with Leos anticipating things that they put in their thing. Yes. And yes to STE, one of my subscribers, I am the creating the drama. That's, I mean, look, if you have a Leo in your life, you just got to come to terms. This is what we do. If you do not, if you do not come correct, then we will find a way. We will create a play to show you why you need to come correct. At least we don't walk away, right? And so that's really what's happening here, because the Leo is trying to create something that makes them feel like someone's going to be more appreciative on these events to come. And also, it's a sensation that the Leo feels like there isn't some nice planned future to something right now around the Leo. There isn't this milestone, and Leos live for these things. And that in turn is creating a huge sense of impatience. The Leos right now really feel like, and I think that this is also why they're trapped, because Leos hate leaving things. But there's something right now where a Leo's been waiting for a happy outcome on a circumstance or situation. They've been trying to change this like vibe around it that they don't like. And they're really, really fed up with feeling like it doesn't ever get better. And then the Leos, when a Leo gets fed up, it's it's a problem, because then they start creating. That's when we become like the little drama llamas that everybody accuses us of being, because a Leo doesn't want to walk away. So they're like, I have to make a play now. I'm not going to do it consciously. I'm going to make an unconscious play to try to express to you how unhappy I am about this situation until it's fixed. Until it's fixed. But Leo, you have to accept and understand that, like, this is probably not going to get the results that you expect. I mean, unless you've got like another drama llama around you, there's only one person that can fix this situation, and it's you. You got to remove yourself from the situation. I don't know how much of this is actually going to work. I feel like Leos are literally like, this is the only thing I know what to do at this point. Like, I've done everything. I've done every option, but that's really what we're seeing with the Leos. Now, bottom of the deck on Leo. What did I say? You're analyzing options. You're weighing options right now. The reason I feel like this is something right now where the Leo is really like pushing on something is because what's really happening is the Leo is just, like I said, why do we do this, Leos? Leos, if you are exhausted, if you have poured all of your time and energy in something, if something is always disappointing you, why do you stay? Why do you stay? Why do you stay? But that's what the Leo is doing right now. The Leos are, the Leos right now are really, they're unsure what they want. They're uncertain. They also won't recognize that the reason they're acting in this way is also because they're weighing their options, because they're just at this point where they're like, I'm not getting what I need, so I'm trying to figure out what to do next. And this is the Leo's attempt to try to get something to meet the standards that they are aspiring that it will meet. Like, Leos, they will never leave. Leos will never leave a situation until there is literally no possibility of that situation getting remedied or fixed. Like, once a Leo is loyal to something, it's like, and that's really what we're seeing here with the Leos. And we've been seeing this with the Leos, though, because we've been seeing the fact that the Leos won't let something go. And the Leos are still like, I'm letting it go. Kind of, sort of. Where it's okay. We're accepting it. We're accepting it. Leo, that is your reading. That is our reading. So, again, thank you to all the Leos for the confirmation in the comments. Thank you guys to everyone who's joining us right now. We are doing all of the tarot signs right now. And I will tell you guys right now, if you're just joining, just a reminder that if I've done your sign, don't worry. I'm live streaming this on YouTube as we speak, so you will be able to go subscribe to my YouTube. You can go watch it at your leisure. You'll be able to have all of your signs, so never fear there. Now, I will also remind you guys, because I see a bunch of new subscribers. So thank you to everyone who's becoming a new subscriber. I'm really hoping that you win my free reading. So anyone who becomes a subscriber to my TikTok channel during this live, at the conclusion of this live, I will pull one of my subscribers to get a free 15-minute reading. So bearing in mind that that is not a follow, though I do deeply appreciate. Thank you so much if you follow me. But if you choose to subscribe, that is a new perk that you will be getting. So good luck to anyone who is a new subscriber, and also welcome. And also welcome to you, just all of you in general. So I am now going to read the ones that we've done so far. And now is your time to comment. So far we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo. The next one we're going to do is Scorpio. Scorpio is next. Hello, Scorpios. If you're in this room, tap that screen. Let me know you're here. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. And if you know a Scorpio, now would be a good time to share it so that they do not miss their reading. All right, what do we have for what do we have for our Scorpios? Thank you so much, Fun with Fire. Welcome to my subscription channel. All right, guys, what do we have for Scorpios? Oh, woof, fun week. That card's coming up a lot today. All right, what else do we have coming up for Scorpios? What else do we have for Scorpios? Guys, thank you so much for the gifts. All right, we dying out here. Somebody. The Scorpio is already talking in the comments. We're dying out here. I want to see the screen. Oh, guess what? You know what? Scorpio's having a hell of a week. And you know what? I can see it because you know what, Scorpio? You're making life complicated because Scorpio just had 5 cards drop. I don't control it, guys. You know how this works. I try to get 3, more than 3 drop. We read whatever drops. So Scorpio, I think they need it because all of these Scorpio being very Scorpionic. It's also your season. So happy birthday. I'm giving you got extra cards as a result. Good on you. And I think you need them because right now, the only card that's top wise, death. Yeah. Well, that is your card. But we saw that card coming in heavy the last 2 weeks for Scorpio. I'm already okay with this energy that we're seeing around Scorpio right now because it is finally changing. Because we've seen Scorpio like dwelling over past losses for like weeks. And now here we see it. Scorpio is now not caught trying to decide on what, like on not grieving on something. They're trying to balance 2 different things in their life. They're trying to find a new sense of balance. You'll remember, Scorpios, if you've been paying attention, if you've been watching these videos, you had a big decision that occurred around you recently. And it was really hard. It was really a big change happened for the Scorpios. It was a huge change. And it was hard because what really happened with the Scorpios is it made them really shook. Because even though Scorpios love transformation energy, this was just a moment for the Scorpios where they were like, I don't know if I can handle this. This is even too much for me. Well, I'm very happy to see that now after this Scorpio new moon, Scorpio is finally stepping up to the plate and is like, okay, look, I can handle it. I just need to figure out how to balance it. So Scorpios are using this week to really try to figure out how to manage this new place that they find themselves. What is hidden around this? They know the fact, Scorpio, that what this is really calling on you to do. And we like this because this means, Scorpio, you're stepping back into your power. Make sure to be tapping that screen. What this really means right now, you found your courage again. You found your courage again. You're finally back to saying, you know what, I can do this. I'm strong enough to do this. I can balance these things. I'm a Scorpio. I know how to balance change in my life. This was a really big change, but you know what? You found them again. You lost them and now you found them again. You dropped them on the floor for a minute. Totally okay. We all dropped those balls. You found them and you picked them back up. You're like, I got this. The other thing is, you're finally, again, we love this for Scorpio. The Scorpio new moon must have done a lot for the Scorpios, along with that solar eclipse. We're seeing that Scorpios they've cleared their mind on this. They're allowing themselves to move forward. They're coming to terms. They're no longer fighting themselves. I told you, we saw a lot of resistance over the last 2 weeks. Scorpios finally not allowing all of those voices to win. They're now they're coming to peace, they're coming to one mind, they're accepting the situation now. Scorpios are accepting the situation because they realize that whatever this change was that had to happen in their life, it's going to take a lot of work. For some of you, you might actually have to like physically move around whatever this choice is. It's a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of heavy lifting, and you're finally kind of ready to shoulder that burden around this change. You're putting your head down, you're concentrating, you're not fighting yourself with it. You're just focusing on the task at hand, which we love, okay? And more than anything, the only thing and this is the only thing that's a problem right now. And this is coming back to why this choice, you'll remember why this choice was so difficult for the Scorpios to accept for the last few weeks. Thank you to the Scorpio who just found me. That's perfect timing. You just came in perfect timing. The reason this change has been so hard for you, the reason that we saw you resisting this change for the last few weeks, was because even as you're working on it right now, even as you're getting the strength to push forward and trying to figure out how to manage it in your life and coming to one mind on it, you're still not, you feel like you feel like that there's some aspect of what change you had to accept that isn't allowing yourself to be your most full, authentic you. And that's why, you'll remember I said there was a change around the Scorpios. I said this in the reading 2 weeks ago. If you go look at the reading 2 weeks ago on my YouTube, I said there's something right now around the Scorpios journey where they had to make a very hard choice. There wasn't a choice. It was kind of thrust upon them. A huge change happened. And they were having a hard time accepting it. I think that this is getting to the heart of why this was so hard, because there's something about this change that is not allowing them to feel fully seen or authentic as they pursue it. So that's very difficult right now. But I will say this is the best place we've seen Scorpio in like the last 2-3 weeks. This is the moment the Scorpio is really kind of reaching this point where they're like, you know what, I don't like it, but I'm going to make it work. And acknowledging that Scorpios have a strong ability to do that. But it also stings a little because, again, something is about themselves is getting lost in all of this new responsibility that this change is requiring of them in their day-to-day life. Bottom of the deck on Scorpios right now is feeling like they don't have anyone to turn to. And also feeling like they aren't able to share in turn. Like, again, we're seeing that in the midst of all of this, Scorpio feels unseen. And you'll remember, I told Scorpios last week, look, I know you don't like talking to people about things, but you need to reach out and talk to people. And Scorpio is kind of sitting here, and they're going to continue to feel like this because they're waiting for someone else to come forward to ask them how they're doing. They're waiting for this offer. They're waiting for someone to see how difficult this is for them and to help them, at least emotionally, carry the burden of it. And that's kind of why we see Scorpio in this star reversed energy right now. So Scorpio, just remember, please, if someone's not coming forward with you emotionally with the offer you need, maybe you need to reach out to them. Just something to keep in mind. Okay? Because sometimes people don't know what's going on in your little scorpionic head. You know, sometimes people are giving you space. Maybe they see the fact that you've had a big change and they're trying to give you a little space. So keep that in mind as well. That's your huge reading, Scorpio. Big extra reading for Scorpio right now. Which is fine. It's their season. We don't hate that. We're totally good with that. All right. So, guys, welcome to everyone who is joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the follows and the gifts. We love the gifts. We are doing all of the signs right now. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, don't worry. If you missed your sign, you don't have to fear, because you go to my YouTube channel, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will be able to watch I love the pumpkin. Thank you, guys. You will be able to watch the live stream that I'm currently doing there. And when you do that, you'll be able to find your sign. So no worries. Don't worry if you've missed it. Hello to everyone who's joining us. I will also point out that we are offering something very special here today that we haven't done before. And that is for anyone who subscribes to my TikTok during this live, at the conclusion of the live, I am going to pick from one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading. I will reach out to you privately after this if you have been selected. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber, Martha. Just to bearing in mind, because sometimes people get confused, there's a difference between a follower and a subscriber. Subscriber is something new that TikTok is doing. So this is my thank you to anyone who chooses to subscribe with me. You also get a discount on all of my services. So there's that as well. So again, I'm trying to find as many ways as possible to connect back, give back to my subscribers. So that's just one new perk that we're doing. And that's going to happen at the conclusion of these readings. So now what we're doing next is, guys, I'm going to read off the ones we've done so far. Now is the time to let me know. If I haven't called you, put your name, tell me your sign, and we'll get you right in there. So start putting your signs in, guys. So far, we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio. And the next one we're doing is Pisces. Pisces is next. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hello, Pisces. Pisces, if you are in the room, start tapping that screen. If you are in the room, if you are Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, and if you know a Pisces on this lovely app, now would be a good time to share this with them so that they do not miss their reading. All right, what do we have coming in for Pisces right now? Pisces, what do we have for you right now? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Woof. Okay, that's the first one. Pisces, 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 Pisces. Woof. Oh, Pisces, you got 4 coming up. One's hidden. So Pisces, you know what? A lot of people be coming to terms with things in their life that they just have decided ever since the Scorpio, ever since the Scorpio new moon, this isn't what I want. This isn't what it's supposed to be. Everyone's finding different ways around it. One of the big things happening for Pisces right now is Pisces, I feel like you are reaching a point right now where you're just done with any offers around you that are silly. That anyone that you think is messing with you or playing around or doesn't see, somebody who's in your life right now for a good time, not a long time, is not going to be in your life much longer. You're going to be like, bye, see you later. We are done. I don't want this anymore. This is also a very strong vibe of anyone you feel like is playing games with you or who might be coming to you for less than pure reasons, right? And what's interesting here, and this is so Piscean that we see, is the fact that Pisces is realizing, how do we explain this? Pisces, a lot of you are realizing the power of your Kundalini energy right now. That's the only way I can describe this. It's not that you don't want to involve your Kundalini energy. And you guys know what I mean by Kundalini energy, right? We know what we're talking about, right? It's not that you want, if someone doesn't know what Kundalini energy is, someone explain it to them in the comments. Okay, just tell people in the comments. They'll explain to you what the Kundalini energy is. I love how many hearts I'm seeing coming up that the Pisces are like, yes, yes. And the Pisces right now, it's the fact, it's not that I'm not into what we were doing. It's the feeling that the person that they are involved with doesn't respect or value its power. And being like, no, honey, you don't understand. I never, even when I play, even when the Pisces plays or has fun times with someone, the Pisces is like, even when I have fun times with someone, I'm not having fun times. I want that energy to be used for a purpose. There needs to be a deeper meaning behind it. And this is really what the Pisces are kind of saying, they're taking back ownership of their own spiciness right now. And they're basically saying, listen, I love being intimate. I love getting down and dirty. I love that. I love manifesting in this way. But I'm not going to do it with someone who is not invested the way I am, or is just here to enjoy me or just play games. Not here for it. I'm looking for a real partner that can meet me where I'm at, because there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of energy, and there's that desire to make it physical and manifest, but not with someone who isn't going to come correct. There's a deep desire right now for the Pisces in wanting to find a sense of home. And this is where it gets a bit more serious, which again is this idea that the Pisces right now, you need to feel comfortable and safe. You need to feel like there's a place that you belong. And what happens is these energies that come towards you that are like just messing around or playing, they don't allow you to feel like there's a home there. They don't allow you to feel like you have this safe haven. And this is what you're really looking for. You're looking for a place that you can call home. Now, there's one other card that came up, extra card for Pisces right now. And this is kind of under the surface because it came up hidden. The one thing that's really important right now, and I need to stress this to you, Pisces, this is all a very good thing you're doing right now. This is a very good direction you're headed, because all of this, even kind of you, I feel like you're even like having that out with this person and maybe even saying to them like, look, I like what we do together. I'm like totally about that, but we can't do it like that. Like I'm not, you're just messing with me, is because there is a deep need right now. And Pisces are focusing their energy back on taking care of themselves, of replenishing themselves, of filling their own cups. And I feel like Pisces has had enough of a certain energy that's in their life right now that they feel like is just, again, and I need to point this out because this, when we put some cards with certain signs, it's even more important. I want you to see this card upright. It's very important you see this card upright. See that? What's in that cup? It's a little fish. So Pisces also feels right now that this energy that they're no longer like kind of up for doesn't respect them, almost belittles them, doesn't see who they are. This is almost like a star reversed energy for Pisces, which is like, you look at me and you just think I'm a little fish. Well, I'm not a little fish. This is literally what this card means for Pisces right now. And what's Pisces saying there? They're going, I am a darn magician. I make things happen. You don't just come and play with me in my life. I make things happen. Come correct or don't come at all, because Pisces are focusing on their self-care. This is the Pisces coming back into their power right now. And we are totally here for this. Bottom of the deck for Pisces. Tap that screen, Pisces. I already see you tapping it. Claim this energy. This is very good energy. What? Bottom of the deck for Pisces. This is it. The thing with this, Pisces, is, you know, there is an aspect here. It's not necessarily, I need to stress this, what we're really seeing here is it's not necessarily that Pisces wants to be on their own. Pisces, this actually says that you want someone in your life that you can believe in. Like someone who you can trust to be there and to take care of you, and someone who is more conventional, someone who is, there's almost a desire here and a frustration point for the Pisces in feeling like nobody wants to come forward and actually have a commitment with you right now. And there is a lot of anger around this right now and frustration. And as a result, I feel like this also indicates that there's a lot of areas in your life right now that are really frustrating you. And this has a lot to do with this energy here, where you feel like you are not seen or listened to. I want you to remember, Pisces, that like you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. And that if someone is not taking you, thank you so much for the gifts, hey. If someone is not taking you seriously, that's their mistake. That's not the truth. That's their mistake, not you. And I think you're accepting this, but it's hard to accept, because I think there's still a part of you that worries that what this person, the way this person makes you feel or says or belittles you is true. I don't want you to, don't drink that Kool-Aid. Don't drink that Kool-Aid, because that's just someone disempowering you. That's someone doing it like intentionally. That's someone trying to manipulate you. If someone is constantly trying to disempower you or put you down, that's a manipulation method. Just recognize that. Okay. Don't drink the Kool-Aid on that. Pisces, that is your reading. And you know what? Again, I don't hate it. I'm totally good for that. I'm very happy with that reading for Pisces. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who is joining us. Thank you. And I'm glad to see so many Pisces who are connecting with that message. Thank you for tapping that screen. Guys, we are doing all of the signs. Hello, welcome. If you're just joining us, thank you so much if you're sticking around. Again, guys, we're doing all of the signs, but if you've missed your sign, do not fear. I am streaming this live on YouTube right now. And when we are finished, I will post it up there so you'll be able to follow your sign, find your sign, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also going to let you know, before I go to the next one, I'm offering a very special offer here on this live, which is anyone who becomes a subscriber. During this live, I will be doing a drawing at the end of this, and I will choose one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading. And bearing in mind that a follow and a subscription are two different things. Subscription is new on TikTok, so this is just a way to give back to the community. I did see someone ask if I do personal readings. I absolutely do personal readings. You can book them on my website, gracejaga.com. You can find the link in my bio. I will also point out that if you are a subscriber, you get 10% off all of my services. So there is that as well. So if you become a subscriber, I would recommend you book a reading with me, because now you get a discounted reading. So guys, I'm going to read the ones that we've done so far. Now is the time to start putting your name in those, putting your sign in the comments, and I will choose the one I see. So far, guys, we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, and now we are doing Aquarius. Aquarius, if you are in the room, tap that screen. Let me know that you are here. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Tap that screen. Claim it. If you know an Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, now is the time to reach out to them. Share this live so that they don't miss their reading. What do we have on the horizon this week for Aquarius? Woo! I think that came up last time for Aquarius. Wow, a lot of things here. Very interesting. Okay, good. This is going to be an interesting reading. One more card for Aquarius, please. One more card for Aquarius. Whoop, there it is. Ah, all right. All cups. All cups, Aquarius. We don't hate it. We don't hate it. Waves, thank you for becoming my top viewer, and thank you so much for the gifts. I deeply appreciate it. Aquarius, I feel this week you are looking at a lot of different options, and the only anxiety point, I think, everything I'm seeing right now with Aquarius is a fear of making the wrong choice. A deep fear. You might even be having some stomach issues on it. There's something right now where you are really kind of looking at all of your different options around a situation, and you are literally unsure what to do. It's not for lack of options. It is that you cannot choose between the options that are before you. You are literally like deer in headlights right now. And there's such a huge anxiety right now that this is causing with Aquarius. Aquarius, I got to warn you, whenever we see this, this is an important moment for you to chill out and do some self-review. I'm going to explain in a second, because what's happening right now, and I need to stress this for the Aquarius, it's amazing that these two cards came up together. 3 of Cups. You're getting, Aquarius, tap that screen, you're getting so caught up and being unsure of the options before you that you're probably missing the obvious one. You are missing the one that is so obvious and so clear because you've got so many options. So what I need you to do, this is so easy. This is like the easiest reading because it's like literally operating instructions. Aquarius, what you need to do right now is you need to close your eyes, and I need you to focus, and I need you to ask yourself in that moment of meditation and contemplation what your ideal scenario is. what your desired outcome is. Don't think about the options. Don't think about the option. Remove the options. And then I want you to write it down. I want you to write down what you think the absolute best case scenario is. And then I want you to go after whatever you think is going to get you closest to that point. Because that is what is going to drive you. Whenever we see the Seven of Cups, it is a reminder to us that there is something. The reason that this decision is so hard is because you're looking outwards and then going inwards instead of looking from your inner eye, looking from a place where you know what you want. And you're letting yourself get blinded by all the options before you. Okay? Because what's really going to happen when you do that is the option. There is an option right now for you, Aquarius, whatever you're trying to decide on, be it a love option, be it a life option, because I really could see this going either way here. There is an option that is so perfect for you, but you're letting yourself get caught by all of the different possibilities that you cannot see it. For some of you, especially if you connect to masculine energy, this is a coming home. This is a moment where you have to realize that you're really going to be choosing yourself in a way. I need to stress this. For a lot of the masculine leaning Aquarius, bearing in mind that's not based on gender, but what you feel aligned to, you're going to make the choice that chooses yourself. For those that are more feminine leaning, this can also indicate the presence of a masculine energy around you right now. That is either obviously the answer because they can help you with this emotionally, or somebody who can help you determine the right choice. Someone you can talk to for guidance on this, or even go into partnership with, or even this could be the choice, this King of Cups that you're choosing. And it's also like, when you think about it, why wouldn't you choose a King of Cups? Everybody wants a King of Cups. Bottom of the deck for Aquarius right now. Page of Swords. Guys. You're being a little, look, this is like a best worst problem right now for Aquarius. I know you're stressing yourself out, but being able to choose, having options right now, like that's not a bad place to be. I want you to be brave. I want you to be brave right now. I want you to be excited. I want you to seize the day on this, and don't get so paralyzed from your anxiety and your fear of choosing wrong that you don't embrace the joy of being able to get to make this choice. And yeah, you're right. It's a little bit confusing. You're not sure what's going to happen, but you can learn. You'll learn. Like this is. I feel like a lot of you, this is a lot of newness happening, and there's an anxiety because it is a new direction. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like Aquarius can thrive in a place. I feel like most Aquarius know that they thrive in a place where they're kind of, challenged to try something new or to do something in a new direction, which would, if you remind yourself of that, I feel like you're not going to be as anxious about what's occurring right now. Aquarius, that was your reading. I hope that helped. That was not a bad reading at all. I'm okay. I'm here for it. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. For any of you joining, we are doing astrology for all of the signs. I'm going to read them all off here. If you missed your sign, don't worry, because I'm live streaming this on YouTube. So you can just go to my YouTube channel, Grace Drega, and you can find last week's and this week's, along with a lot of other stuff. So no worries there. Also, I will point out again before I do the next one that I am offering a special here to anyone who subscribes to my TikTok, bearing in mind that that's different than a follow. I will be doing a raffle at the end of this live for all of my new subscribers, and I will be selecting one of them to get a free 15-minute reading from me. So if you've been thinking about subscribing, now would be a great time. I will also point out my subscribers get 10% off all of my services. So thank you guys so much to those who have subscribed. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting me on this channel. And we are going to start. I'm going to read the ones that I've done so far. Now's the time. Put your sign in so that I don't miss you. So far, we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius. And the next one we're doing is Cancer. Cancer, where are my crabs? If the Cancers are in the room, start tapping that screen. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you know a Cancer on this app, now is a good time to let them know so they don't miss their reading. So hello, my Cancers. I see you giving that love. All right, what do we have in store for Cancers? Thank you so much for the gift, Valerie. I deeply appreciate it. All right, thank you so much for the like. Send a million. All right, guys, what do we have coming this week for Cancer? Whoop! Oh boy. All right, more for Cancer, please. More for Cancer. What else do we see coming for Cancer? All right. Wow, big cards for Cancer this week. Holy moly. Okay, we've got 3 cards coming up for Cancer. Cancer, what is going on? I don't hate it. It's just a lot. So one of the things we're seeing right now for Cancer is you feel like you are just stepping into your power. We're seeing Emperor energy big time around Cancers right now. So this really indicates that there is something right now that the Cancers are feeling a new sense of empowerment on. This can also hit a little bit differently if you are a Cancer who aligns to masculine energy more or feminine energy, bearing in mind that's not based on gender, but what you feel drawn to. Because for some, this is really going to indicate that the Cancer females are gravitating towards a masculine that is really embodying this Emperor energy. There's very much this feeling of, oh, I am paying attention, sir, kind of vibe. This is somebody who, has this sense of power around them. And there's something very magnetic in this that's really calling to the Cancer female. If you're a Cancer male, this could be you embodying this energy. And also, I will point out that because these energies are aligned, for a lot of the Cancer females, being even around a Emperor energy like this is actually making them feel more empowered just by proximity. So that's really important right now. There is something right here that I think is very strange and important to keep in mind, though, with the Cancers around whatever this is, around this new energy. And that is, and hello to all the Cancers joining. Welcome. You just got here in time for your reading. Thank you for them a follow. So there is something around this energy, though, and this is, I think, kind of the difficulty point, because you feel this energy near you right now, but there's something around it that also requires you to be patient. This could be a renewed sense of patience, because for some of you, you found this energy near you and you're kind of in this vibe where you're like, I'm willing to take the time that it's going to take to keep this energy near me. I'm willing to put in the effort. Yes, I love the idea of you putting up your signs, guys. I love that. But the Cancers right now are really in this place right now where they're like, I am willing to put in the time and energy. I will never be exhausted putting in the time and energy towards someone who is embodying this. And especially for the Cancers that are more masculine inclined, this is a Cancer, this energy that's really saying, I'm feeling very empowered. And I am now finding a new sense of patience in my new sense of power. So it's almost like a beautiful juxtaposition. We love this for the Cancer energy, because what we're really seeing is Cancers are saying, I'm feeling empowered, but not like in the crazy way that maybe an Aries might, which is like, let's go do something. It's this more steady power that says, yeah, there's something that I'm willing to put some time and energy into. I'm not in a rush because it's making me feel this sense of power. Or this is a kind of power, this is the kind of person or energy I want to be close to, so I'm willing to take the time. There is a transverse on this, though. And this is a little interesting, again, given this reading. And that is a 5 of Cups. So this almost makes me wonder, Cancer, is the reason that you're taking the time right now? I'm not against this right now, but I also think that this is another part of it, which is there's something that the Cancers were really mourning, right? They were having a hard time letting go of. And I think the thing that's really happening for the Cancers is there's something around this new energetic shift that's really allowing Cancers to move into this place of power. Like you're not necessarily finished grieving something that was lost, but you're also feeling this renewed patience in that process, because you've tapped into this Emperor energy near you. So there is some healing that is still happening, but you're feeling more empowered in that healing at the same time because you're like, I can do this. Either because you're feeling this Emperor energy within you, or suddenly you see an Emperor energy near you that's giving you this sense of power. Bottom of the deck right now for Cancers. More validation. 5 of Swords, which says, there is some past issue that you're having a hard time letting go of. And I have to ask you at this point, Cancers, why is that? Why are you having such a hard time? Is it because for me, what this really says is there is a desperate need for closure here for Cancers on something. And you're almost being a little, you're not almost, you're being a bit dogged on the idea that you refuse to leave something because you haven't gotten the closure you need. Some things, many things in life, we never get the closure we want. We have to create the closure in ourselves. And this being the bottom of the deck and this being transverse indicates to me that that's the thing that Cancers are having a hard time with. They're like, no, I don't want to create the sense of closure. This is what I need for closure. Give me my closure. I refuse to leave until I get my closure. And that might be holding you back from healing. Keep that in mind, Cancer. That is your reading. Thank you to all the Cancers in the room. But I like that. Again, I like that energy for Cancer. I like, 2 more cards coming up for Cancer. Just a little surprise for you. Again, once you let go and you finally let something rest, you're going to be able to walk away from something. But you have to let it go, because if not, you're going to continue forward with all this grief. Bear that in mind. All right, guys, thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. So we are doing all of the signs tonight. And I'm going to read off the ones that we've done so far. Just bear in mind, if you missed your sign, hello to everyone's joining. If you missed your sign, don't worry, because I am streaming this right now on YouTube. So you can just go over there and I will have it posted afterwards and you can find your sign. I will also mention the special that I'm offering during this live, which is for anyone who subscribes to my channel. I will be doing a raffle at the close of this reading, and I will be offering a free 15-minute reading to one of my subscribers, bearing in mind that if there is a difference between a follow and a subscription. Subscriber is something new that my channel can offer. So thank you so much for purchasing a subscription, Ram. I deeply appreciate it. All right, guys, I will also point out anyone who's a subscriber also gets 10% off my services. So keep that in mind if you book a private reading. You can book a private reading on my website, gracedraga.com. So if you booked a subscription, now would also be an amazing time to book a reading because you'll get 10% off the service. All right, guys, I'm going to read off what I've done so far. Now is the time, put your sign in the comments so that we can get to the next sign. All right, guys, so the next sign is Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, and wait, Libra. Libra's next. All right, guys, we're doing Libra. What do we have coming in for Libra? Libra, if you are in the room, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Libra, now is the time to share the live so they don't miss their readings. All right, thank you so much, Shelly, for purchasing a 1-month subscription. All right, guys, so let's get started. Oh, don't get mad if I missed you. I'm sorry, guys. I just honestly, I let spirit pick. I look up and whatever I see, I do next. Don't be mad at me. All right. Thank you so much for the roses. All right. I'm not doing anything on purpose. All right. Next one is, hold on. We got 2. Can I get 1 more for Libra, please? Libra, you got 4. All right, guys. Okay. So nothing but love for all the signs. I swear. I even made Leo go last week because I felt like they were going up in the front too soon. All right, guys. So I got 4 cards for Libra, and they're all hidden. So there's a lot going on under the surface for Libras right now. First thing we see is Libra, I feel like there's some avenue in your life right now that you're feeling very much in this vibe where you're ready to move forward and move forward fast. And for some reason, something has shifted this week. And you feel very much like you are now in control of something, and that's why you want to drive it forward. You are making your mind up around something. That's what happened. Had a lot of inner conflict, and something has been resolved for you, and now you're ready to move forward because of it. A lot of it has to do with conserving your energy and your time and your resources. There is something here right now happening for you right now, Libra, that is making you feel not like sharing any part of your life right now. Like you're just pulling it all in. And that is what your decision is. You're really choosing you. You're really pulling everything back and choosing yourself as you move forward into these new things. There's a lot of protected energy I see here right now with Libra. A lot of a desire for protected energy, a desire to protect your peace, a desire to protect your peace. And that is what we're really seeing right now for the Libras. They're choosing their peace. They're choosing what they need to choose. And that is what's creating this sense of peace in them and allowing them to move forward from this. And that is going to result in Libras pulling back their offers from a lot of different places that they just don't feel are working for them. You're no longer in a vibe right now, Libra, where you're also, the other thing we're seeing right now is you're not accepting offers that you don't feel are legit. You want someone who's going to be emotionally empathetic to where you are and what you need. And this is really saying that for some time now, you may be feeling like there is an energy near you that just has not been as understanding as you need them to be. And this is one of the reasons you're kind of turning inwards on yourself and you're looking forward solely from your own perspective. And again, we don't hate this for Libra. This is something that the Libras feel like they need to do right now because they just don't feel like someone is being emotionally generous with them when they need them to be. And that's really kind of what is at the heart of this. And that's okay. Like the Libras are basically like, you know what? If you're not going to be there for me emotionally, I'm not going to be there for you emotionally. I'm going to go off on my own. I'm going to keep my life to myself. I'm okay with that. I've made my peace, and that's where I find myself. Bottom of the deck for Libra during this is Tower reversed. So for a lot of you, Libra, you have to bear in mind that a lot of what you're experiencing right now has to do with the fact that there was a huge upset. You're still recovering from that upset. That upset was big. It was monumental. It's going to take a while to heal. So one of the things you might want to keep in mind right now also is, has this Tower moment been addressed? Because what this could indicate for a lot of you is the reason someone might not be able to come forward right now the way you want them to is because there is still a Tower moment that needs to be addressed here. So I just want you to ask yourself, Libra, are you leaving a situation because of the offer not coming through to you in the way you want? Or are you leaving because really there might have been some things that occurred in the past around this Tower issue that you're just at a place where you're like, you know what, I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to fix it. I'm going to just move away from this. Because the thing is, if the Tower is still there, it's going to need to be addressed at one point. And that is something that you want to make sure that you do address, even as you're making these choices for yourself. Just something to throw out there. Big bottom of the deck energy on this. So we have to keep that in mind. All right. So that's definitely what we've got for Libras coming in. Thank you guys so much for the likes, the shares, and the follows. And thank you so much for those who are tuning in on YouTube. I love the conversation there. I love seeing the validation. I love seeing your stories. I'm so glad that you guys are finding me on YouTube as well as we do this. Hello to my YouTube audience. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. Guys, let me know, Libras, if that resonated. We are doing all of the signs now, guys. So we're going to go on to the next one. Now, I will just mention to you one more time, okay? I am offering, if I already did your sign, don't worry, because you can go to the YouTube, which I'm live streaming, and you'll be able to see your sign there. So just follow me on YouTube, Grace Strega, and you'll be able to find this tarot reading along with the other ones. I'll post it once we're finished. And I'm going to mention one more time that I am offering a very special offer to anyone who subscribes during this live. At the conclusion of the live, I will be doing a drawing with the subscribers for one free 15-minute reading, private reading with me. I will point out that does not mean, oh, hello, Strega. There's my other Strega. There's my other Strega. I will also point out that there's a difference between a follow and a subscribe. So I just like to point that out because sometimes people get confused, and I don't want someone who thought they joined and then they found out they followed and they weren't in the raffle. So just keep that in mind, guys, okay? And thank you guys to everyone who subscribed to me during this. I am so excited. Keep in mind, too, that if you subscribe on my TikTok, you also get 10% off all my services. So keep that in mind. If you decide to book a private with me, which you should, you can book that on my website, and just keep in mind the 10% off when you pay. All right, guys. So, and make sure if you go to pay, put your, let me know your TikTok name so I can confirm that you are, a subscriber. All right, guys, I am going to now tell you the signs that we've done. And I want to start seeing your signs so we can get that last one in here. Okay, guys? All right. So far, we have done Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra. And that means Sagittarius. You've been so patient. Now is your time. I am sorry if I missed you before. I am so sorry. I feel like I was upsetting. Don't worry if you missed it, guys. I told you, you can go to my YouTube and catch everything that you missed. All right, guys, what do we have coming in for our very, very patient Sages? Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Tap that screen if you're here. I am a Sag Moon. So again, my deepest apologies, my Sag brethren. And if you know a Sag, now is a good time to share the live with them so they don't miss their reading. We've already got one card coming up for Sag. Can I please get 2 more for Sag? 2 more for Sag, please. 2 more for Sag. Oh, that's more than 2. Sag, you know what? You're so lucky because you waited. And guess what you get because you waited? You got a ton of cards here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for Sag. Are you still mad at me? Are we friends again? Are we friends again? And guess what? They're all covered. So I can understand why the Sages are so eager, because apparently there's been a lot going on for the Sads. All right, guys. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys too. All right, so the first thing coming up for Sag. Sag, what are you looking back on? What are you doing? What are these situations in your life that you keep leaving and returning to? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? You coming and going? You leaving and then you're looking back? You leaving and you're looking back? Is that what you keep doing? Why you keep doing that? Stay or go. Stay or go, Sag. Why are you doing it, Sag? Why? Because you're looking for balance. Sag, do you keep looking for balance? This is like a commercial. Sag, do you keep looking for balance in places where balance has never existed? Is that what you are doing? Do you keep returning to a situation that was all swords, all difficult, and going back being like, oh, maybe if I, this is such a Sag thing to do. Sag is doing this thing, well, I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back and it's going to be better. They're going to get fixed. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it by leaving. And then when I come back, it's going to be fixed. Is that what you're doing, Sag? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, I'm also a Sag. I'm allowed to tell this to Sages because that's what it seems like you're doing. Does that make any flipping sense? Does that make any flipping sense? Strega, does it make any flipping sense? My cat doesn't think it does. Strega doesn't think it does. It doesn't make any sense, but Sages, you're going to keep doing this. This is a very Sag thing to do. She's like, I could stay and try to fix it. I'm just going to leave. And then the balance that was never there is going to find itself, it's going to be restored. So I need to point this out, Sag. If you've been going to situations and not finding balance, and you keep going back expecting the balance to be there, guys, every other sign, do you want to tell Sag what they can probably expect when they go back to the place that was nothing but swords in the first place? Nothing but problems. The Sag is like, this was awful. Can I please have another? That's really the energy that we're seeing right now with the Sages. Sag, here's the thing. You need balance right now. Something in your life is not allowing you that balance. You are a star. You're in your star energy right now. You want balance because you're the star. And I need to remind you, Sag, there's only one place you're going to find balance. And it's not going back to situations that were never balanced to begin with. That's not where you find your balance, Sag. Where do you find your balance? Apparently, we need to tell Sages this. We got to tell them this. Where do you think you're going to find that balance that you keep looking for in the relationship that was never balanced, or the situationship that was never balanced to begin with? Where are you going to find it? You're going to find it in here, in being your most authentic self. Because that's the problem here. Something is not letting you be your authentic self, and you need to find the balance, and you're starting to realize it. You're starting to realize, like, oh, wait, that isn't working. Like, I need to stop going back to places that were never balanced to begin with. That's not going to work. You need to choose peace. You need to choose balance. You need to choose fairness. There's something not fair right now. And you being your most authentic self is what's important. Sages need this more than anybody. Sages need to feel that they are their own free self. They can be as free as they want. They don't have to hide themselves from anybody. And to me, this indicates potentially going back into relationships where they could not do that, where they can never do that. And Sages are starting to realize, I got to stop going back there, because that's just an effort in hurting myself. That is an effort in you. You realize, you're starting to realize, Sag, that is an effort in you just punching yourself in the face, right? So you're making this choice. You're making this choice right now. Don't bite straight up. You're making this choice for yourself. You're making your choice to choose you, to choose your most authentic self. It's hard, though. It's hard for Sages to make this choice because you're battling yourself about it. Even now, you're still thinking about this situation. You're going, am I doing the right thing? You know you're doing the right thing, Sag. You know you're doing the right thing. You got the high ground on this. You've got the high ground. And I feel even that there might be people who are conflicting with you on this. That the person, thank you so much for the gift, Most. That the person involved in whatever this is may be coming back, maybe, attacking you in some sense. And there is something here where you felt like you've had to protect yourself. You've had to protect yourself and protect your own freedom here. Protect your own ability to be it. Thank you for becoming my top viewer user. And that's really what you realize. You're like, I am constantly in a situation where you have to defend yourself for just trying to be yourself. So if you're in a situation, you want to know how to make them. I always say this. I always want to start a new strip, which is like how to make a Sag run. One of them is to try to tell them what to do. The other one is to make them feel like they have to defend themselves for being their most authentic self. Sages need to be their most authentic self. They don't need to feel like they have to defend it constantly. And that is why you are declining some offers. That there are some offers now coming into your life that you're saying no thank you to. Or that you just feel like someone is not offering you what you thought was being offered. And that there's a frustration point with someone who you don't think is offering you what you truly want. And even a feeling that someone has not come through to a certain extent and offered you anything fundamental and that has value. So why keep going back? Keep waiting for that to happen? Is that what you keep doing? No. Sag is starting to realize, why do I keep going back to this? Why do I keep going back to something? Look, Strega knows. Why do I keep going here? I got to turn it so you guys can see Strega on the TikTok. There. She's always sitting here reading with me. And sometimes if you get a private with me, she likes to walk all over the cards. I have a lot of clients who are very good friends with Strega because they're like, oh, there she is again. I'm like, yeah, she's got to be a, see? She's a little drama queen. All right. So with the Sages here, this is what we're really seeing. You're seeing somebody finally, clearly, and you're like, oh, geez, I've been kidding myself. You realize you've been kidding yourself. They're like, this person never offered me anything substantial, right? And instead, Sagittarius realize I keep going back and just getting more and more of what I don't want. Usually an argument, usually something that pisses you off. And you're done. You're done. The Sagittarius are like, I'm done. Last card for Sag. And this is all resulting, and this is being compounded. Wow. This is being compounded right now because I have a feeling the Sag has made it clear to this person how they feel. A lot of you Sagittarius have made it clear to this person how you feel about this. And you haven't even heard anything back. You haven't heard anything back around this. There's been no communication. And so now you're like, fine, you're not going to communicate. I'm not going to communicate. And a lot of you, this might be the week you block. This might be the week you just finally say, I'm done. No, I'm done. You don't understand. I am done. Because you see that you are caught in a cycle. And it's one that is not delivering to you what you want it to. And now you're just like, no. But this is okay. We like this for Sag because what we really see here. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Are you happy now, Sag? I think this was worth the waiting for the reading. You know, this choice you're making has to be done. It's creating that balance that you've been missing. It's making you feel finally like you can live in a place where you don't have to constantly fight to be seen and to be valued. Because the Sagittarius don't want to have to fight. Like, this is almost like a no starter for Sag. Like, you can do a lot of stuff to a Sag. You can't tell them like, okay, just don't be free. Don't be your free, beautiful self. Just be something else. Like, the Sag is going to be like, nah. I just, like, that's what Sagittarius want relationships so they can be their most kooky, authentic, free self. So if you were in a relationship with a Sag, sun, moon, or rising, and then you say to them, can you just please stop being so you? Can you tone it down a bit? That Sag is going to be like, what? Bye. Goodbye. Right, Strags? Right? Strega knows. Strega knows what's up. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. I almost forgot bottom of the deck for Sag because I got so involved in this beautiful reading for Sag. Bottom of the deck for Sag. Okay. If bottom of the deck for Sag. Thank you for the gifts. Maybe you gotta wait till I say bottom of the deck if you're Sag giving me a gift because you might not like what I have to say. Sag, I just want you to think about this as you move forward here. Okay. If you don't want games, maybe stop picking players. If you don't want games, maybe stop picking the players. Right? Because There's something with the bottom of the deck here, which is saying that as much as Sag says, I don't want any games, why do you keep walking into the carnival, Sag, if you don't want the games? Why do you keep walking in? Because here's the thing, the Sag wants the games until you don't want the games. And so there is a bit of a feeling here that says, you know, like attracts like, Sag. So if you want something that isn't going to start to cause so much drama, if you want something that isn't going to feel so confusing and so, you know, top level and so non-committal, that means you got to start choosing people that are potentially less fun, that are potentially less shiny, that are potentially less waving the red flags. You know, they look really fun. So the problem with Sag is they see a red flag and we think it's a carnival. And we go, oh, look, another carnival. And then we go running and they go, oh, wait, this isn't a carnival. This is an abattoir. I walked into the wrong place. So I just need to tell my beautiful Sagittarius, I'm telling this to me too. I am also a Sag. As you move forward from here, if you don't want the red flags, make sure you're not picking people that are walking around, walking red flags that seem pretty much like they are broadcasting that they're there for a good time and not a long time. Because that is something that we're definitely, exactly. Oh my God, pretty flag. Yeah, the Sagittarius are like, I'm done with this. Oh, look, another one. Like, we don't want that vibe. And even I think this person, you know, the reason you keep going back is because you're like, I'm done. Oh, shiny, shiny. Like, we know what's up because they're fun. Sagittarius are going back to this and they're trying to stop themselves because this is intoxicating. This is so much fun to a Sag. The Sagittarius are like, no, I can't. I shouldn't. No. And then they go back again. So no, Sag. I want the Sagittarius to get themselves a little water bottle and just squirt themselves every time they feel that, like, ooh, shiny. No. So, all right, guys. So that was all the signs. We did them. I think we did them. And look, it's 7:00 on the dot. That's like, I think, a new record. I think I did it like a new record for me. New record for me, guys. New record in terms of how quickly I managed to go through all of the signs. Usually it takes me 2.5 hours. So I am extremely proud of myself right now. Are you proud of me, Strega? She's proud of me. She's always proud of me. So thank you guys so much for the gifts. Thank you guys so much. So last call, guys, before I get off, because unfortunately, I would wish I could stay on with you guys because I love staying on with you guys. But, oh, and guys, thank you so much. So one thing to keep in mind, I would typically stay on because I would love to stay on and give you guys a recap. But I do have, my son is here, so I need to go get him fed and homework and bathe. He's been very, very polite to let me do this while he's here because he's usually not here. And Strega's been really polite. She's such a little lady. Oh, now you see you're done too? Okay. But I want to thank all of you for it. I'm so glad Sag was accurate. I know Strega's a goofball. And again, if you ever get a private with me, she's notorious for entering the chat. Like, I'll be sitting there doing our Zoom conference call, and then she just little crawls across the screen, tries to step on the cards. So I want to thank all of you who tuned in. I deeply appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. And just a last call, guys. Anyone who becomes a subscriber, as soon as I get off of this, I am going to go on. I'm going to write a list of the subscribers. I will actually shoot a little video, and I'm going to pull out of that subscriber list, and I'll let you guys know who it was. I'll put it in my stories. And again, congratulations to whoever that subscriber is going to be. Anyone who becomes a subscriber before I get off this live, I will enter you into a raffle for a free 15-minute reading from me, free private reading. Also, anyone who becomes a subscriber gets 10% off all of my services. So if you choose to book a private reading with me, please let me know when you book and give me your TikTok name, and you can take 10% off of the fee when you pay. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. I deeply appreciate all of you. I'm going to do my best to come on, and I will be on probably tomorrow morning, as I always am, to do personal readings. I offer three cards for $20 in the morning. Again, subscribers get a discount, so keep that in mind as well. I want to thank you guys all. Thank you guys so much to everyone who's joined me on YouTube. If anybody missed the reading, I know there's people on here who missed the reading, and I know you're upset about it. Please, later tonight, I will be posting the full reading on my YouTube, so you'll be able to find it there. So make sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so you'll be notified when it is up. I want to thank you guys so much. You are the most amazing audience. I feel so lucky and blessed to know all of you here on this beautiful app. I hope you have a beautiful night. Strega, say goodbye to all the lovely people. She's like, I'm done. All right, guys, take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye, everyone on YouTube.